Hey everybody, welcome to my kitchen. Today, Mussels Fra Diavolo. It's a simple shellfish braise, spicy, loaded with tomato sauce and shallots and braised with white wine and lots of parsley. It's a classic, easy, simple dish. Once you know how to do this, you do a lot of different things with it. You can make cippinos, fast bouillabases, you can add scallops, shrimps, and lobster chunks. Now, the first thing you're gonna have to understand is that mussels grow in what are called ropes, in big clusters like grapes. These are not wild mussels, these are farmed mussels, but they're farmed at sea under wild conditions and they're just absolutely delicious. And mussels cling to each other in those big clusters because they grow these beards. You can see there, it literally looks like a beard. This looks like a 1950s, San Francisco beat poet beard. It's an Allen Ginsberg food joke. That's a cleaned mussel. We already rinsed these. These are in beautiful shape. We have our big bowl of ready-to-cook mussels. I have my pot on the stove. I'm going to add some olive oil, and I'm going to quickly add a whole bunch of sliced garlic, some hot chili flake, and that's more than a pinch. It's about a half teaspoon. The reason is that this is a spicy dish. I add my shallots right away, and the reason that I do that is it stops my garlic and my chili flakes from burning. So this is my base, to which I am now going to add some white wine. So now it has stopped scorching, and the wine is pulling that cooked chili, shallot, and garlic flavor out into it. I have some simple tomato sauce here. The recipe for this insanely delicious simple tomato sauce is on our website at andrewzimmern.com. I'm gonna add a ladle of the tomato sauce, maybe another ladle, 6-8 ounces. And I'm gonna give that a stir. And here is where everybody who makes this dish makes their mistake. They add their mussels. No, 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 no. The mussels are gonna give off a lot of liquid. And that liquid that's in there is already fairly thin. So you're gonna end up with a very watery dish. The real way to do this is to let the white wine tomato mixture cook together for several minutes, tighten up and evaporate, and then add your mussels, right? So we're gonna concentrate the flavors in this element of the dish before we add this element of the dish. So this has taken 4 minutes, but you can see now it's cooked down into something that is definitely sauce consistency. And that's what you're looking for. It didn't take long, just took a couple moments. And the beautiful part about that is that now I have all of the flavors that went into that pot in that sauce. And that's when it's time to add our mussels. And we're gonna put a lid on this. Take a long kitchen towel and shake your pan up and down. And do that about every 30, 45 seconds. And what that's gonna do, it's gonna rotate your mussels. It's gonna relieve the weighted pressure so all of them can open. And then I wanna get that parsley flavor in there, and I add those. And the reason that I do it in that order is I kinda wanna get the thermal momentum going with my mussels. They will not take long to cook. It'll probably take a minute or two, which reminds me, while that's happening, I'm just gonna grill a couple pieces of bread, nice baguette with a little bit of oil on there. You can see these starting to open, but fully open does not mean fully cooked. The shell heats up, it pops open, but the mussel meat itself is still cool on the inside, and you don't want your mussels medium rare. You want them medium. You want them cooked, as the French say, au point, just to the point of being cooked through. Now, normally I would just toss the pan one more time, but I want you to see that now not only are the mussels open, but they're wrinkly in the middle. When they're wrinkly in the middle, it means that they're cooked all the way through. And then we're just going to plate our mussels. And you can use tongs if your fingers aren't used to the heat. Stacking these like this makes it easier to eat. And you can see here I have this creamy delicious sauce consistency broth. Remember how thick it was before the mussels went in there? The only difference now is that we have all of that delicious mussel juice added to it, which really gives them a great flavor. You do not need to season this with salt. The mussels do well all on their own. And maybe you just wanna tuck a piece of bread in so that your guests can dunk the bread into the juices at the bottom, because we all know that the scarpetta is one of the truly great moments of eating a dish like this. Simple, easy, shellfish braise 101. You have this recipe in your back pocket. You can cook 100 other recipes like it. Culinary literacy.